a few quick thoughts on the Mashatu Game Reserve. I was there last week with the client for a private trip. It wasn't photographic and it wasn't natural history, even though we did touch on some of it. It was more about life, coaching, performance, mental fitness, finding balance, finding perspective. But that's a discussion for another time. Great space to do it in, though. But while I was there, I posted a few pieces of content and some people asked what it's like. Is Mashatu worth it? Now, this is from people who've been to Sabi Sands, Madikwe, the Masai Mara. Long story short, yes, it is worth it. The Mashatu Game Reserve is located inside the northern Tuli Game Reserve. Now, if you look at a map, South Africa, Botswana border, and then where Zimbabwe comes in, it's kind of that area. Its landscape is very different. You've got these massive open plains, beautiful, and then they drop into the dry riverbed. So you have this feeling like the Sabi Sands sometimes, but the rocks are different. If you go over to the Mashatu area on the far, I think this is on the western side, there it looks very different. These massive red cliffs with baobabs, loving the baobabs at the moment. But it is very diverse and different from the places you might normally have gone to. Game viewing was absolutely amazing. We had cats every single day. My client is still there. She just mentioned yesterday they had cheetah with 4 cubs, leopard and cub, lions, and we had leopards and lions on tap almost when I was there as well for a week. The photography is good. There's a lot of mapani as far as vegetation goes. There's a lot of leadwood, Mashatu trees, apple leaves. So they give you a lot of height, which is a great thing from a photographic point of view. So it's not just depth that you're worrying about. You get this beautiful addition of height as well. The leopards we had, they were all either inside a Mashatu tree or in the apple leaves, and the photography was amazing. So were the sightings. They do a very similar thing to the Sabi Sands, where it's limited to 3 vehicles per sighting. And the one, not a gripe I have, but and it's any of the reserve, it's not just them, but the rotation out. So you'll be spending time with a cat, and then another vehicle will come in and you have to make space. It's not as well controlled as in the Sabi Sands, for example. But that said, it never really affected our game viewing that badly. Like there were one or twice where I thought, oh, I wish we could stay, but it wasn't that bad. Also, that said, we did have a couple of sightings where Cedric and KB, our guide and tracker, were able to plan it so that we arrived at the scene when most vehicles have rotated through. So photographically, that was amazing. Some good time spent. I was surprised, and I don't know if it's just now, but the density of lions, it was quite incredible. Then also what Mashatu is known for is the photographic side of it. They have a photographic vehicle. We did have that for a couple of days. Although I've never been one for the gimmicks. I do think a lot of photographic vehicles can be a bit gimmicky. This is nice. It's a comfortable vehicle. They've got built-in little bean bags on the side where you can put your camera down, boxes in the middle for all your gear. So that's comfortable. But not a big fan, huge fan of those kind of things. I mean, you can shoot the same image from anywhere else. And the other thing that they do have are the photographic hides. We spent one afternoon, and remember, this is July, so there's still a lot of water in the rivers. The hides were productive. We had elephants, a lot of elephants come through. My guest, who's still there, she then spent either last night or the night before, 2 nights ago, in the overnight hide. And she sent me a list of stuff that she saw, so it's amazing. She was at Mashatu a couple of years ago as well, and this was October time, and the hides that time of year when it's dry was pumping. So definitely worth it. Now, the Mashatu area, they call it the land of giants. It has to do with the amount of elephants as well as the trees, like the Mashatu trees. These things are huge, as well as the baobabs. Like I said, I'm on a bit of a baobab kick the last while. So overall, I liked it. It was great. We had a lot of conversations, which was the reason for going there, and I'm proud of the work we did. But from a game viewing and experience point of view, phenomenal. It's definitely worth a look if you haven't yet. We stayed at main camp, so it's nice. It's not super luxury. There's no iPad docking stations next to your bed and stuff like that, which is overkill. It's comfortable. It's everything you need. The food is great. The staff are amazing. And their running works very similar to a majority of the lodges, where you wake up, you get down, there's got some cereals and some coffees. You go and drive. You take your coffee and your hot box with you, some biscuits, some rusks. When you come back, there's a brunch, which is a combination of eggs and bacon with some kind of lunch item. Then in the afternoon, I think 3 o'clock, we met for high tea, 3:30 out, and then dinner in the Boma. So yeah, good. Can't fault that side of it. Like I said, basic, everything you need, very clean, very everything. There's 2 other camps. There's Tented, which is a smaller one. So if you're looking for a group, that could be worth looking at. And then the new one is called Euphorbia, which is the more upmarket one. I didn't get to see that. But again, majority of the clients that go for photography don't really care about all the fancy things and whatnots and so on. Anyway, so yeah, great trip. Mashatu, definitely give it a look. The environment is different. It is photographic. The game density is good. So highly recommended. I had a great time. I know my client and I moved the needle, and that's really what it was all about. If you have questions, let me know. Bye for now.